Greetings, people of YouTube, and welcome to the first edition of Uncle Filthster's Fishing Tips, or Fishing with Uncle Filthster, or whatever you want to call it. This episode I thought I'd try and give people a tip on tying a knot for dropshotting, which is the big rage in lure fishing at the moment, and some people seem to struggle with which knot to use, and the hook slipping and drooping down. And a lot of people only seem to recommend a Palomar knot, though I'd like to show you a knot that ensures that the hook is locked permanently all the time and will never move. It's an old knot that I have known since I was a kid, then when I was about 10. It was originally used in things like fly fishing and sea fishing. It's called a snood knot or blood loop, and it's got various names. So I'll show you this in really oversized form. It's got a 4-row Matzo worm hook here and some 30-pound red ice. And the first way I'll show you, because there's actually two ways to tie this knot. This is your main line or leader. Put the hook on upside down and then pull through about how much you want to have as the drop for your drop shot weight, and then take your hook, then simply bring your hands together like that so you have a loop, and then take the inside of the loop, this one here, and thread it round about 4 or 5 times. Then take your hook. As you can see, the hook's gone the right side up when you form the loop. Thread the hook through, and then this will be a little bit harder with it being 30-pound line. Just gradually draw the knots together, and you can see, bring it a little bit closer, that the line is actually locking around the hook shank. Obviously you would lubricate this knot, and just as you're tightening it, it's a bit harder with thicker line, but you can make the knot lock up and just adjust the position of the shank, and there we go. That will never slip. Obviously that's just turned a little bit just because of the size of the hook and the line, and when you use more suitable line, it'll stay perfectly straight all of the time. You'll very, very rarely have to move it or retie it, and it's a good strong knot. So there we go, that's the first way of tying it. Now the second way of tying it, which is the reverse. So you take your line again, you put the hook on the right way around this time, but of course pull down how much line you want to have for the drop for the weight. Then again bring the line together to form a loop like that. Then bring the hook up to the top of the knot like so. I'll actually make this loop a bit bigger because it's a rather large hook, and I'm used to using hooks like size 8 to 12 for drop shotting, but then trying to get some of the mini species out there. So you know, the line like this with the hook at the top, hold the main line and the loop in your right hand or left hand, whichever way you do it, and locked on this side as well, and then simply pass the hook over your main line and the top of the loop about 4 or 5 times again. So there we have the same situation where you've got the loops twisted around and the hook locked in the middle, and it will naturally spin round to this point here where it's pressing against the bottom of the loop, but just gradually pull it together, and it will twist up like that. Just ease the line over if you're using an offset hook, and lock it down tight. Obviously lube it up again so you don't damage your main line, and there we have it again. Perfect. Will never move. The other thing to watch out for though when you're using this knot is the hook eyes on some hooks where it joins the shank can be a little bit sharp, and that can be a weak point, but it's just cheap quality hooks where you seem to get that problem. That's it. That's the first tip. So like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. If you want to slag me off, I don't care. Goodbye, look forward to next time.